And if you had enough money, enough connections, enough power, you could buy your way out of almost anything. Even more than. January in Yorkshire is bitter. In 1755, the winter was particularly harsh. The ground froze hard. Roads turned treacherous. People stayed indoors when they could, huddled near fires, waiting for spring. On the evening of January 14th, the sun set just after 4 o'clock. By 5, it was fully dark. Cold. The kind of cold that burns your lungs when you breathe. We don't know exactly what happened inside the Salisbury household that evening. The trial records don't give us a clear answer. No one testified to witnessing the initial confrontation. What we have are fragments of a story that ended in violence. What we do know comes from what happened next. At some point that evening, William Salisbury went to his stable. He saddled his horse, and he brought Dorothy Swart with him. The testimony presented at trial was specific. Salisbury bound Anna's wrists. The method was deliberate, tight enough that she couldn't free herself. Secured to the saddle in a way that would hold her weight as the horse moved. And then he rode out of his property onto the road that led toward Armley. It wasn't a short ride. It wasn't a moment of anger that passed quickly. The evidence showed he dragged down Dorothy Swart for nearly half a mile. Think about that distance. Half a mile. At walking pace, that's about 10 minutes. At a trot, maybe 5 to 10 minutes of being pulled across frozen ground. Across stones, through over ruts, left by cartwheels. The coroner who examined Anna's body documented her injuries in detail. Abrasions covering most of her body, deep rope burns on her wrists. Evidence of blunt force trauma, consistent with striking solid objects at speed. Exposure to extreme cold. At some point during that journey, Dorothy Swart died.